this honestly took me a stupid amount of time to get the little tripod up to where I want it, because I'm just using like my iPhone and on like this little flexi tripod. Anyway, but today, as you see my bare face, I'm going to do just my everyday makeup. And I've been wanting to do these kind of videos because I've been, you know, very bored. There's a lot of stuff that hopefully if you guys like me enough, I'll share, but I don't have a lot going on right now. So I'm hoping this will make me, you know, feel better and just give me, you know, almost like a purpose and something to do. But so without further ado, let's get into the makeup. We're gonna start with the Too Faced Prime and Poreless primer, and I only put a little bit on. Like I already moisturized and did like my whole morning like cleansing my face routine. So I just kind of pack this in because I find when I rub it, sometimes like my moisturizer in it will kind of cling together and almost like fall off my face. It's gross. But I would love to know what kind of like pore filling primers you guys like, because this one's expensive. And like I know there's one from a drugstore I like. It's like the baby skin. I think it's by Maybelline, and it's a dupe for, I think it's the Benefit primer, but I'm just not 100% sure. Like I've tried that, but I feel like that's more like silicone-y than this feels. I don't know, I'd have to retry it, but it's been a while since I've done that anyway, so who knows. And then I just take the remaining and just kind of put it on the side of my face where there's like a couple like texture-y marks. So foundation, I love the Hourglass Vanish Stick foundation. My color is Alabaster, and honestly this is still a little too dark for me, but I'm going to use this Real Techniques body and face sponge. I used it for the first time yesterday, and I'm not how I feel about it. I got it because Casey Holmes like really loves it, but it's just like it's not as soft as like the other ones. It's like the smaller version, and it's so big compared to my face. Like, I don't know, but I forgot to wet this, so I need to do that. I also grabbed one of these little elasticy, one of the little elastic, it's like the invisible bobble that you can get from like Sephora for like $10, but you can get 10 of these for $10. I got them just from my local drugstore, so like in Canada it's like Latins or Shoppers for 99 cents. Like, why would I pay $10 for one when I can get 10 for $10? You know what I mean? But anyway, we'll go and put on my war paint, as I like to say when I draw this, because honestly, just put into what it looks like. So with this, one thing I like about it is that I have dry skin, and I find like doesn't put emphasis on some of the dry patches I do have. Oh, and my cat is here. Look, it's my kitty. And yeah, if you see a bunch of scratches on my hands, it's from her, because she is something else, and it's crazy. And I have to bring this down my neck because, again, I'm extremely pale. This is like the second lightest color. I bring it more down my neck, and I try not to like do it like that, because then you get into your lines. But I'm just gonna put a little bit more a little bit more. But I'm also having breakouts, so I have like a couple breakouts and it sucks. I hate it. And now foundation is done. I don't do my forehead with my foundation, which is kind of weird, but because I have bangs, so you can't see it, so like why waste the product? That's how I feel anyway. But just like to make sure it's all blended, and I'll go from there. Put some on my ear. Alright. So next I'm going to take the Tarte tape. The Tarte Shape Tape Concealer and the color Fair Neutral, which honestly I feel like is the best kind of color for me, and more of the neutrals, because with Alabaster that has more from like the Hourglass that has more pink, because I do have a pink undertone, but I find that it shows up too dark on me. So like with that, I'm gonna have to start doing, oh, I forgot to do the highlight. I think I'm gonna have to start going for like the lightest, which is usually the one with the yellow undertone. I have cat hair from Cinnamon. She's my baby. She's 11 years old, but she still kind of looks like a kitten because she has like a very tiny body. And she's currently sunbathing. And I'm going to go in with the IT Cosmetics Bye Breakout Full Cover Treatment Concealer. And I just like to put this over where I do have a breakout, because I get to conceal it, and then also it treats it. So, you know, why not? And yeah, I don't know if I really like this sponge. I feel like it's just too big. I don't know how these videos will do, but it's not about really the views or anything, honestly, with me. Honestly, this is a way for me to kind of put myself out there, and I'm kind of being more vulnerable with like when you put yourself on social media, which is something I don't really do much of. Like I'll post Instagram photos and I tweet, like I tweet like random stuff and I do tweet rants or whatever, but like when it comes down to that, I'm just kind of ugh. Like I never go on Facebook. Facebook is one of the worst places ever, like for social media, because either people bragging or as people complaining. Like there's like nothing else. Like it's nothing. So now I'm gonna go in with the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Polish Finish Skin Perfecting Micro Powder. Wow, that is a name. And #1 Fair. And I just like tap my brush in it. This is like the Eco Tools powder brush. And then I just do that. I just pat, because I've like kind of twirled my brush in it before, and it just creates like a bunch of fallout, even though it is like a pressed powder. And I don't know. Like for my everyday, like I don't do eyeshadow, and like I don't do my, you won't see my eyebrows done because they hide. So like what's the point of doing them, you know what I mean? I don't know. Maybe I'm just too lazy, but I don't know. So next I'm going to take the Butter Bronzer by Physicians Formula with this random brush I got from Winners, which is one of my favorite stores ever. It's by Elizabeth Scott Sydney, and it says Sydney in like the bottom is small print, so I don't know. I like it. It's not bad. I'm gonna have to get a better setup for sure. Just gotta figure it out. Like legit, it took me about 20 minutes just to get this. So this is probably like the first video. Like the first video is obviously it's probably gonna be a little bit of a disaster, but you know, things can only go up when you, from here, you know? I also have seen like so many people recreate Kylie's Vogue thing, and I think it's pretty cool, like some of the techniques that Kylie does, and like her eyeshadow with the orange, and I'm all like, girl, I couldn't pull that off. Like, and I'm like pretty like impressed, because like when a lot of people that do the Vogue like makeup stuff, they're always doing it so very natural and like how they would do it every day, and she's like, oh, I'm just gonna go for it because she loves makeup, and I like Kylie and like kind of that part of it, and I love her lip kits. And there's one of her, I've tried her highlighters, like only one of them, the lightest one, which is, can't remember. Anyway, it'll come to me. Yeah, this is broke. This is the Tarte Amazonian Clay 12-hour blush. I got this for the birthday kit last year, and I'm still using it. I probably should throw it away, but honestly, it's one of my favorite colors ever. And this is just, again, I got this off of Nordstrom Rack, because it was like the sale for makeup and stuff. I got like this big brush set. I like going like to Winners and stuff, because like literally I went there yesterday and I found a Too Faced semi-sweet palette there, and I was for just like $24.99, and I'm like, are you kidding me? That's like 50 plus Canadian, and because you know everything's more expensive here, but like I was honestly shocked. I was like, oh my god. And like I had a bunch of stuff in my cart, but I was like, I can't take all of this because I was going to an appointment, and I don't drive, so I take the bus. I'm like, I can't have like a bunch carrying winter bags with my counselor, because she'd be like, did something happen? And something did happen, like got good deals, but I don't know, I just like that. So next I'm going to take this Morphe M510 brush. It's the highlighting brush that everybody uses. I actually recently bought like a bunch of their brushes, because they're always talked about, and I love like Manny MUA and Jaclyn Hill and Laura Lee. So I just decided to, you know, get it. Anastasia, Beverly Hills, and Amrezy highlight. And is there a name on this, or is it just like Amrezy? Yeah, and it's honestly amazing. I always get a lot of compliments when I wear it. It's one of my favorites. Like my other two like ultimate favorite highlights are Champagne Pop by Jaclyn Hill, and then Soft and Gentle by MAC. I feel like you can't go wrong with those ones. So yeah. But like I also have like, highlights are my weakness. That's one thing. Like the highlighters, like I just want a bunch. I want all of them, and like I don't care. Like I just want all of them. So next, curl my lashes, and this is just like a random ass one I found from Winners, because I had one but it was getting old, and I was like, okay, I need to get a new one, and I'm not gonna look straight at you guys because I don't want to poke my eye out. So been watching Escape the Night, the third one, and I think this is the best one yet, honestly. Not just because Mandy's in it, but I find it very intriguing. Like, I've watched all of them, and I have even rewatched the first 4 episodes because I'm like, I just need them. I love Ro and Matt. Like, they are amazing. All right, so this is a different day. While I was editing the video, I realized that the camera cut out. So I just finished with put mascara on, setting spray. Today I have eyeshadow on, but that's because I filmed a different video. But we were talking about Escape the Night. and I want to know kind of what you guys think about it in the comments. Let me know. And I'm gonna do like a testing new products, chit chat, get ready with me again anyway, so we can talk more about it later. Okay, love you guys.